Alright guys, what is up? How's it going? As you can see right here, I just bought some Bondo and some glazing spot putty. In the last video, what we did was I ground down the welds. I basically cleaned everything up and then I primered it just to keep the welds protected from surface rust. So now, as you can see, you can still see the weld. It still looks clean, but you can still see like the little bulges from the welds. So we're gonna use some Bondo to kind of cover all that up and smooth it out and just make it smooth and completely seamless. So I've never used Bondo before and it was my first time using it, so we're gonna go ahead and figure out how to mix the hardener up with the actual Bondo and then start applying it to the weld seam. And then this stuff right here is the glazing spot putty. So this is more fine and it fills finer like gaps and holes. So what I'm thinking is after we do the Bondo, I'm gonna go over the top of that once this is dry with some glazing putty to like fill in all like the smaller micro gaps. So let's go ahead and figure out how to use this, mix this up, and start covering up those weld seams. So let's go. Alright guys, so look, so I got this weld a little more cleaned up and ground down just to get it as level as I can. So as you can see right here, it's pretty much, this is as level as I'm gonna get it. And it's pretty much ready for Bondo. So let's go ahead and get the Bondo mixed up and we'll start applying it right here. So this is the hardener that it comes with and this is the actual Bondo paste. So from what I was reading, you're supposed to do like a 50-to-1 or like a 2% hardener to Bondo mixture. Oh, look at that.
So he smells it.
But yeah, let's go ahead and... Ooh, what do I use to scoop this out? Alright guys, so we're gonna have a little Bondo snack right here. Mmm. Yogurt, look at that. So yeah, we're gonna get a nice little amount of Bondo right here. Did it say how long it takes to like activate and harden?
3 to 4 minutes and 20 minutes to cure.
3 to 4 minutes. So we don't have that by that much time.
No, you don't.
Okay. So let's put. That's our hardener right there. That should be enough, right? 2%. That looks like 2%, right?
Yeah, I guess.
A little more.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
All right. So then. We're gonna go ahead and mix this up. Ooh, look at that.
Bondo.
Alright, so I got the surface prepped and cleaned up. So let's go ahead and do this Bondo. Oh my god, guys. First time doing Bondo. Alright, so I finished the first pass of Bondo. It looks a little rough right now because it was my first time doing Bondo, and this stuff like out of nowhere it just turns solid. It's like pliable, and then it just turns solid. So you got to be quick with it. So we're gonna see how this looks. We're gonna give it 20 minutes to dry, and then we're gonna sand it down and kind of see what it looks like. Once it's sanded down and we get rid of all like the excess, it'll look a lot better. So let's let it dry and we'll see what it looks like.
All right, you ready?
No, hold on. Alright guys, so the Bondo has like solidified and now I'm sanding it down, as you can see. Let me just... So we're using some 80 grit right now, and as you can see, it's actually looking pretty smooth. We still probably have to do a little bit more Bondo when I'm done sanding, and then use some of that spot putty to get all the little imperfections, but so far it's turning out pretty good, guys. So look, show it. Look at that, we just have to like make it a little nicer, but other than that, once this is all covered up with primer and painted, it's gonna be invisible, guys. And we have a little high spot right there, so we're gonna have to address that. But yeah, let's keep going and see what happens. So, first time doing Bondo, right? Alright, so as you guys can see, this is what it looks like right now after some sanding and stuff. I'm still not done because I ran out of 80 grit sandpaper. I still gotta sand it more and level it out. And then I might do one more layer just to level it out, or I might just use some of this glazing putty to fill in the smaller imperfections. Alright, so as you can see right here, the primer and the putty is complete. This is how it looks like. If you can see, it's pretty much, it's super smooth. So now all I have left to do is to primer it and we should be all set. There was also some imperfections right here, so I covered them up, made it smooth. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and hit it with some primer and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so the whole car is masked off, and I'm ready to primer up this side. Let's get it. Alright guys, so as you can see, primer and Bondo is done on this side, and it came out beautiful. You cannot even see the weld. Like, look at that. Insane. I'm just gonna go up to like right here with the silver paint that matches this, and it looks, you can't even tell, like, honestly, look at that. Insane. But yeah, it's too dark to do this today, so I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. And still have to do that side too. Alright guys, what is up? How's it going? So we're back with the Miata. Last time we finished the Bondo and primer on this side, so all we have left to do is pretty much to do the sealant on all the seams, and then we're just gonna hit it with a layer of paint and some clear coat. This is the sealer that I got to get in the little cracks and seams right here. It's a paint over sealant, so let's go ahead and throw some of this on, seal everything up, and then we can start painting. I don't have a caulking gun to use this thing, so we're literally just gonna use a hammer and push it from the other side, and hopefully that works. Alright, so if you look right here, this is where I'm gonna put the seam sealer. So it's just gonna be along here, along that edge, and well, maybe we'll throw some right here, I don't know yet, but most importantly, I need to put some all the way over there. It focuses. So there's that little gap right here, right there, that we need to fill in, and then we're also gonna run the seam sealant along the actual weld seam on the other side. So let's go ahead and clean all that up, and we'll throw that sealant on there. I'm literally like pushing this like this and see if this works. There we go. Alright, so as you can see right here, the seam sealer is pretty much done on this side. I went through the gaps where the panels bond together, and if we go under here where the weld went and all the other gaps and seams, I also went ahead and filled all that in. So now we're going to let it dry, we're going to hit it with some primer, and we'll be ready to paint this whole side silver. So let's get it. One step closer. So this is the only problem with this weather, is that it's freaking like 40 degrees out right now, like 30 something degrees out, and nothing dries, so we're going to have to use this. Alright, now that our seam sealer is dry, for the most part, it's been like 30-40 minutes. Yeah, it's not all the way dry, but it's good enough. We're going to go ahead and take some self-etching primer and just throw a little light coat on it before we do our paint. So let's go ahead. So this is what the seam sealer looks all primered up. We're going to let that primer coat dry. Same in here, look at that. We're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna hit it with some silver paint. On the inside of the wheel well though, I still have to get like some bed liner or something, some of that rubbery coating stuff to coat it. But for now, the seam sealer and the primer is gonna be good enough to keep it protected. Alright, as you can see, it's cold. We need to use the hairdryer. Alright guys, well, it's time to finally do the silver paint. So let's go ahead and send it. Alright guys, so check this out. So the sealer's done. I primed the sealer and then I finished painting. So this is just the paint coat, but this is how it came out. I ran out of paint, so I might have to get some more paint and hit it one more time with one more layer probably. But check this out guys. That actually came out so good. Look at that. Oh my god. And down here, I hit it a little bit with some silver paint too. So this is the carbon fiber fender that had some damage on it, and I got some of this, it's like 5-minute clear epoxy. I already used one of the tubes. I'm just kind of experimenting and trying to see how that's gonna work. What I did is I just got some sandpaper. I sanded all the cracks and damage down, made it like pretty smooth. Got rid of as much of the cracked epoxy as I could. And then I just got some of that epoxy stuff and kind of got my finger and just started smearing it and like pushing it into all the cracks. So my plan is to let that dry overnight and then tomorrow sand it down and kind of see how it's gonna look. It's not gonna be perfect, but at least it will give it some structure and it will kind of fill in all the cracks and gaps. So that's what I'm hoping for. So that's pretty much it for paint today. It's 36 degrees outside and the paint, nothing's really drying. It's literally using the hair dryer. But other than that, guys, I think that's it for tonight. So this side came out nice. I still have to do one more layer of paint probably and clear coat it. But for now, that came out awesome. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's literally in the 30s and it's freezing and I'm wearing all this like triple layers. But check this out. So I put another coat on this side. Let me turn this off. So I put another coat on this side. So I did Bondo on this side as well. Just kind of filled it in. I haven't sanded it or anything yet, but I'm literally surviving with this hair dryer. I'm going back and forth, drying the Bondo, drying the paint. Like literally this sucks. This 38-degree weather is like brutal, but nothing's drying, but we're pulling through, guys. So yeah, this North Carolina weather sucks, guys. All right, so as you guys can see, it's finally a warm day out in this. It was super cold in the winter. Finally, like it's like 75 degrees out. I'm gonna take advantage of that and finish this side of the car. So I'm still sanding the Bondo on this side. That side's pretty much done, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and sand this down. Probably go another layer of Bondo and filler, fill in the little gaps and stuff, sand it down one more time, and then we can paint that side. And then this project's pretty much gonna be done. Other than the fact that we still have to do the carbon fiber repair on one side. I wanna try another method with the carbon fiber where you strip off the epoxy with paint stripper and then you just apply a new layer. So we still have to figure that out, but let's go ahead and finish sanding this and make it all nice and smooth just like that side. Alright, so I've been sanding this side for a while now and it's pretty much perfect. There are a couple of little pinholes that I think are from me doing this in like the freezing cold and the Bondo wasn't curing properly. So I'm going to use some of this glazing putty to fill in some of those little tiny pinholes, and then we're going to sand it again once it dries and see, and probably spray it with primer one time to kind of see the high and low points, and then maybe one more pass with sanding, fill in a little more holes, and we should be ready to primer and paint this side after we're done with all that. So let's go ahead and hit it with this and see how that fills those little gaps in. Alright, so I got that layer of putty done. I'm gonna wait for it to dry and sand it off, and we'll see how that looks. But I filled in all the little gaps and stuff, so it's a little messy, but it's gonna look way better once I sand it. Now that the putty is mostly sanded down, we're gonna hit that area with some self-etching primer just so we can see the low and high points a lot better. Once you hit it with primer, you can really tell the high and low points. And then we're gonna see if we need more filler, if we need to sand more. So let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see right there, once the primer's on there, you can really tell like where the little dips and divots are and like where the low spots are. So we're gonna let that dry and probably go in, hit it with some filler, sand it one more time, and we should be ready for final primer and paint. So let's get it.